Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup using only makeup from Spirit Halloween. It is officially spooky season, besties, so I'm very excited for this video. I bought basically the whole entire makeup section. There was just so many things, like I genuinely couldn't decide, so I decided to just buy it all. Like, look at these lashes. How could I say no? I don't really know what makeup vibe I want to go for just yet. I mean, I did buy these crystals. I definitely want to do something with these. Okay, let's get right into it. No more thinking. We're just going to go for it. I think for my brows, I'm going to use this little crayon from this kit. This feels super waxy. Oh, goodness. I honestly feel like this is false advertising, though. There's no way you can create these looks with this. Maybe, though. I can't describe the texture of this. Like, it is creamy, but then there are parts where it gets super waxy. I'm just using a spoolie to help blend this along. It's definitely very messy, but I think once I clean it up, it could actually look really good. Okay, after cleaning it up, look at how good this brow just came out. I'm shook. I'm like actually shook. It looks so good. I'm just gonna do the same technique on this side. I'm not really sure what's in this, but it's holding my brows in place. Like, I don't know what type of sorcery it is. It's like the Halloween magic. These brows. The freaking brows, like, wow. We are starting off super strong. Now let's move on to foundation. I'm not really sure what I want to do with foundation just yet. I got one of these cream palettes, but I'm not really sure what I could do with this. But I also remember I bought like a bunch of face paints. So I think my best bet is to do color theory. All right, I'm going to add red, yellow, and blue. Mix it up. See what I get, and then we'll continue adding from there. This paint smells like something. What does it smell like? It honestly almost smells like frosting. It has such a sweet scent to it. It literally smells like frosting. What? This is what I have so far. It's definitely on the red side, so we need to add probably more blue and yellow. Now we're getting somewhere. I think once I add white to this, it'll be perfect. Okay, after a ton of product and a ton of mixing, I think that is the shade. That's like the biggest problem with color theory. You waste so much product trying to find the right shade, but once you get the right shade, it's like perfect. I am just a bit concerned as to how this is gonna sit on my face because it's Halloween makeup and Halloween face paint is not the best quality. I definitely need a brush to blend this out. Look at the shade match though. I'm like actually in awe. Yeah, as you can see, it's not sitting very well on my face. It just keeps lifting off my nose, like my nose is done for. But this part looks really good. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not the best application, but it definitely looks better than what it did just look like. Okay, let's move on to concealer. I'm probably just gonna go in with this white face paint because I want a bright under eye. I am worried about how this is gonna blend though, considering how my whole face looks right now. Actually, maybe I'll try this paint instead and see if this one works better. This is like a slick paint. It's so freaking oily. Oh my goodness. That is just straight up grease. Straight up grease. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is so rough. You guys know me. I'm always positive when it comes to makeup looks. Like, I'm always trying to figure it out and have it work. But this stuff is so hard to work with. Like, professional, self-taught, beginner. This is not easy. This is truly a challenge right now. This might be just for your fingers though. Like, I'm gonna try using my fingers instead of tools and see if that works better. Okay, this is the best it's gonna get. I'm gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm probably gonna do color theory again because I don't have any brown paint here. So I'm just using these dreadful paints once again. I feel like that's a pretty solid bronzing shade, so I'm just gonna go in with this. Maybe I'll add a little bit more yellow because it's still on the red side. Okay, yeah, there we go. That is much better. It's now time to blend. Pray for me, truly. Pray for me. I'm gonna use my finger again. I feel like that's just giving me the best, like, results so far. The bronzer is actually doing its thing. It's not looking as bad as I thought it would. I'm gonna try and soften it up with a brush. Hopefully I don't regret this decision. The nose contour, I was worried about because of how bad it stuck to my nose, but considering, it's not too bad. Okay, you guys, go to part 2 to see the final look. I'm kind of terrified of the outcome.